Hello friends, today I come up with another topic, that is AIO. Okay, it is also known as Admiralty Information Overlay, which is used in ECDIS. Okay, so what is AIO? So AIO is a worldwide data set. So it display over the ENC cell. Okay, so it is a separate layer of information that is superimposed or displayed over the ENC cell. Suppose this is a ENC cell, and on top of that this blue dotted line is an AIO cell. Okay, so what is AIO cell? In this AIO cell, there are TNP notices to marines. Okay, a TNP notices to marines for that region is saved. So when the this cell ENC cell is updated, and the TNP cell, TNP or AIO, if you want to view the AIO for a particular region of that cell, you just have to activate the AIO. All the AIO information containing the TNP will be displayed on the cell. Okay, so uh, let's discuss further about how the AIO is produced. Okay, so a country which produces ENC, they first conduct a survey, and that will be used by their own hydrographic office, and that data is analyzed, and again hydrographic office is used for production of their own ENC. So each hydrographic office have their own local notices to mariners. Okay, so when the hydrographic office produce an ENC, this local maritime notices to mariners will also included in the ENC. Then the ENC is produced. Okay, so that ENC is uploaded in the ECDIS when we do the navigation. But there are some hydrographic officers or country, they don't add this local notices to mariners to their own ENC while they are producing. So what they do is they will directly send it to UKHO. Okay. So UKHO will convert that into collect all the information from uh, local or different countries hydrographic offices, and gather all the information and form a worldwide worldwide notices to mariners. Okay. Okay. So these notices to mariner is mainly used in paper charts. Okay, so uh, but we cannot use it is not a user friendly method for plotting notices to mariners in ENC. So the UKHO come up with another tool which is called AIO. So that is how the AIO is formed. So inside the AIO, all the TNB notices to mariners of the paper chart is added. Okay, so when in an ECDIS an AIO cell is activated, all the TNB notices to mariners for that area will be automatically displayed. So that is the purpose of AIO cell. So in AIO, in ECDIS, this AIO cell is also known as GB 0001. Okay, so this is the name of the AIO cell. So, and like I said, some countries don't have the notices to mariners added to their ENC during production. So only the AIO is only need to use in the regions where the countries don't add their EN notices to mariners to their ENC. So how do we know that whether the country is added their notices to mariners to ENC or not? So for that there is a list. Okay, that list is status of TNP information in ENC. So this you can download from the UKHA website. So in this list of all the ENC producing nations is given, and their product code is also given. So here there is two row where information included in ENC temporary. What are the information normally include? Temporary information and preliminary information. Other thing is Admiralty notices to mariner are included in AIO. For example, the first country Albania, in the ENC produced by that country. Okay, for that country the temporary notice and preliminary notice, they don't include TNP notices in their ENC. So if we need the TNP notices of that ENCs produced by this country, then we have to go to AIO information. Similarly, Argentina, they include their ENC TNP in the ENC during the production. So we don't need to go for the AIO or check the AIO for that region. So that is how we can find out the whether any ENC, when we see an ENC from the product code only, we can find out whether this ENC is updated with the latest TNP notices, or do we have to check the AIO information. So that is what I am saying here also. What if a producer nation does not include TNP in the ENC? So UKHO already normally produce their own paper TNP notices for the paper chart in worldwide. So the producer nation which do not include TNP in the ENC. So UKHA will take out, for example, this is a world chart. Okay, so this for this region ENC, the TNP notices is not included. For rest all area, in the TNP notice is already included in the ENC. So what the UKHA will do, they will take out this areas TNP. Okay, and when they are making AIO layer, only add this areas TNP in the AIO layer. Okay, so rest of area already TNP is included in the ENC. So in the AIO layer, only for the areas where for the producer nation doesn't include TNP, where only there only the AIO put the information for the ENC. So by doing that, the AIO layer don't have lots of cluttered information. Okay, that is the idea. So now how the AIO is obtained on board, and what is the frequency. So AIO is like TNP, it is a weekly refreshed, and we obtain this as a part of AVCS weekly update. So this update can be obtained either by disk, or we can download this information using softwares like Digitrace and Chartco. So the disk contains base edition. So and all the updates till the day the disk is produced. Okay, so it is very important. So whenever you receive a disk, you only need to load the most recent disk on board. Okay, so normally this the AIO new edition will be issued twice a year. Okay, so the weekly discs contain the base edition and all the updates. So whenever we receive the weekly disc, make sure that you only load the most recent disk. Now let's assume this is our ENC, and this is how this can you see the pink box, the polygon with in number mark. This is how the AIO information looks like. AIO layer looks like. So if this area have any AIO information, a pink color, polygon pink or magenta color polygon box will be there with the number T and P number corresponding to the paper chart. Okay, so when you click on that region and find out the information, the corresponding T and P notices will be displayed in a separate window, like these two boys are removed, so that information will be displayed. Okay, this is how AIO information will be obtained from the ECDIS. So this is a screenshot how the TNP notice customer info AIO information is obtained. This is the magenta box, and this is the information window when you click the pick report option. Okay, so another thing is like a TNP notice, there is something called EP notices to mariners. EP means ENC preliminary. Okay, so EP, that is short form. So what is the purpose of this thing is this thing highlights the navigationally significant difference between ENC and paper charts. So let's assume this is our ENC area, and there is when there is a EP notice, a number will come like a EP number, and in a number in bracket EP and year. So when you click on that option like for pick report, another window will be coming like corresponding area of a paper chart, and the information will be given. So like preliminary notice system marines and GB chart, that is paper chart, shows depth 8 meters, which is not shown in the ENC. That means there is a small 8 meter depth which is not displayed on the ENC. So which is for a navigational point of view, that is very significant, and there is a difference which is not shown in the ENC. So that difference will be highlighted by the ENC preliminary notice or EP notices to mariners. When you do the pick report option, this is how the EP notices to mariners will display. Okay, there are, so we know that TNP notices is worldwide, and similarly the AIO is also worldwide, but there are some places the AIO coverage is not available. Okay, so those areas are called no overlay areas. Okay, and there are AIO is not given in the places like places where the producer nation or the country which produces ENC for particular area, they already includes the TNP in their ENC. Okay, if they already include the TNP in the ENC, the AIO there will be no AIO shown in that area. That is what I explained here. Okay, this area, all these areas have T and P in ENC only by the producer. So when the AIO layer is formed, for all those areas, no AIO. Okay. And other places are there are some T and B notices which are only applicable for the paper chart. Okay, so there when okay, so no point in putting that information also in the AIO layer. So those information are excluded from the AIO. Okay, so there are places where AIO is excluded. So those areas are no overlay areas. Producer nation includes the TNP in the ENC and excluded if the information only related to paper chart, not related to ENC. So these two things are simple, but the no overlay areas. This I will explain in the next slide. Okay, so what is no overlay areas? Okay, no overlay areas where there is no Admiralty paper chart, okay, at equivalent scale to ENC. Means if there is an ENC and for that ENC region there is no paper chart produced for that ENC's scale, then UKHO will not be able to compare the coverage and add additional information in this area. So the AIO shows a grey hatched polygon labeled no overlay, in a grey hatched polygon labeled no overlay. So this is a, let's assume this is an ENC, and this is how the no overlay looks like. This is a grey hatched polygon with the grey shade, and no overlay will be written in those areas. Okay, this is a screenshot of that no overlay areas. Okay, there is another thing is ECDIS symbology. So what is the importance of this thing? Okay, as per the S52 presentation library, there is a symbol, D symbol, for temporary information. What is this D symbol? So this D symbol is basically in magenta color and in a box. So the purpose of this box, this D symbol is to give an identification or inform navigator that object or that temporary information has a periodic as a period only for a limited period, or start date and end date. So that function has introduced by the library presentation library 4.0. So when the AIO information is uh, activated, if you see any TNP notices, so if it shows that D symbol, please check the date also. Now the passage plan part. So what is the role of AIO in passage plan? So since AIO have all the TNP notices for the ENC, for the areas where TNP is not included in the ENC production during the production time. So this AIO play a crucial role. So what during the passage plan, we switch on the AIO layer and check for the polygons through the root, and after that if any polygons are found during or passage planning, mark the key information. Okay, information should be readily available and do not make any clutter. Okay, then during monitoring time, we should switch off the AIO layer. Why? Because we already marked the information in the relevant area. So AIO layer and the both the information, it will clutter the region. Another thing is compliance. Okay, so most during wetting inspection, most of the wetting inspectors want us to demonstrate that we are working on a latest ENC update, okay, and for our passage plan. So in this latest ENC, that means latest ENC update, that means not only the update for the ENC, the AIO also needs to be updated. Okay, okay. And the second thing, you are required to demonstrate that you have a system in place to reasonably obtain and access temporary information. So this is simple. So we have to demonstrate how can we get the information, temporary informations. Okay, so that is like information from the ENC through PIC report, extra information from AIO and from NAVTEX and local agents, local authorities and agents or port authorities. Okay, so this part is, I feel it is very important. Okay, why it is? Like I explained in previous sorry, in the first slides. So whenever any local or country or producers a local notices to marine, they will be sent it to UKHO, and from there it will be given produced as notice to marine or AIO. So for this steps there will be some delay. Okay, so we always want the updated information. Okay, uh, so there may be chances that the information that we have on the AIO, so we receive AIO and update. Okay, in the system it is say update, latest updated, but actually that information or the AIO information that see on the chart may be old or okay or expired. Why? Because the local in the hydrographic office may cancel that TNP. Okay, so to get to reach that cancellation through UKHO and TNP and or by AIO, it will take another 1 week. Okay, so when we are approaching any port or some places, so we need to have updated information. So always get additional information from the agents or port authorities or from their website. Okay, website, and ask for the local TNPS. Okay, okay, that's all for the AIOs. Thank you.